Home Minister Amit Shah apprised parliamentarians that he received messages from people across the country saying that whenever the Pahalgam terrorists are found, they should be shot in the head. And they met the same fate in Operation Mahadev. Hello and welcome viewers, you're watching In Depth with your host Kriti Mishra. The joint operation was launched based on specific intelligence inputs regarding the presence of terrorists. The search operation quickly escalated into a fierce encounter after the hiding militants opened fire on the security forces. The exchange lasted for several hours before all the terrorists were neutralized. Here's everything you need to know about Operation Mahadev. Come along.
Participation in the special discussion in Parliament on Operation Sindoor, India's strong, successful and decisive response to the Pahalgam terror attack. Union Home Minister Amit Shah strongly condemned the killing of innocent civilians in Pahalgam based on religion and expressed condolences to the family of those killed. He also expressed deep condolences to the Indian citizens killed and injured in the firing by Pakistan on Indian civilian targets in response to Operation Sindoor. He informed the House about the elimination of 3 terrorists, Suleiman, Hamza Afghani and Zibran, in Operation Mahadev, a joint operation of Indian Army, CRPF and Jammu Kashmir Police in Kashmir. He said that Suleiman was a Category A commander of LET who was involved in the terrorist attacks in Pahalgam and Gagangir. Afghan and Zibran were also Category A terrorists of LET who killed our innocent civilians in Baisaran Valley, and these 3 terrorists were eliminated. Home Minister congratulated Jawans of Armies, 4 Para, CRPF and Jammu and Kashmir Police on behalf of the House and the entire nation for this success.
ऑपरेशन महादेव में सुलेमान उर्फे फैजल जट, अफगान और जिब्रान 3 आतंकवादी सेना, सीआरपीएफ और जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस के संयुक्त अभियान में ऑपरेशन महादेव में मारे गए। और माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, ये जो सुलेमान है, ए श्रेणी का लश्कर तोयबा का कमांडर था। पहलगाम हमले में और गगनगिर आतंकी हमले में वो लिप्त था। इसके ढेर सारे सबूत हमारी एजेंसियों के पास है। अफगान ए श्रेणी का लश्कर तैयबा का आतंकवादी था और जिब्रान भी ए ग्रेड आतंकवादी था। और माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, मैं सदन को और सदन के माध्यम से पूरे देश को बताना चाहता हूं, जिन्होंने बैसरन घाटी में हमारे प्रवासियों को, नागरिकों को मारा था, ये तीनों आतंकवादी ये थे और तीनों मारे गए। और मान्यवर, मैं आज इस सदन के माध्यम से सेना के पैरा 4, सीआरपीएफ के सारे जवान जो अभियान में शामिल थे और जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस के जो जवान थे, वो सभी को सदन और पूरे देश की ओर से बहुत बहुत साधुवाद देना चाहता हूं। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी,
So how was Operation Mahadev carried out? Well, it was started on 22nd May 2025. The Pahalgam attack took place on 22nd April 2025 at 1 p.m. Home Minister Amit Shah reached Srinagar at 5:30 p.m. A security meeting was held on 23rd April in which all the security forces, Army, CRPF and Jammu and Kashmir Police were involved. In the meeting, it was decided that the terrorists involved in the Pahalgam terror attack should not leave the country and flee to Pakistan. India made strong arrangements and did not let them escape the country. On 22nd of May 2025, the Intelligence Bureau received information about the presence of terrorists in the Dachigam area through a human intelligence. Continuous efforts were made by the IB and the Army from 22nd May to 22nd July to confirm this information received through the equipment made by the agencies to capture ultra signals. Officers and jawans of IB, Army and CRPF kept moving on foot in the cold and high altitudes to receive their signals. On 22nd July, India got success through sensors and presence of terrorists was confirmed. CRPF and Jammu Kashmir police personnel under the leadership of 4 para surrounded the terrorists. In the operation, all the 3 terrorists who killed our innocent civilians were killed. The National Investigation Agency or NIA had already arrested the people who had given shelter to these terrorists. When the bodies of these 3 terrorists came to Srinagar, 4 people identified them and said that these were the 3 terrorists who had carried out the terrorist incident in Pahalgam. On the basis of the FSL report of the cartridges found at the site of the Pahalgam terrorist attack, they were matched with 3 rifles recovered from these 3 terrorists. These 3 rifles were transported to Chandigarh by a special plane and their empty shells were generated by firing. The shells found in Pahalgam attack were matched with the barrel of the rifles and then it was confirmed that our innocent citizens were killed in Pahalgam with these 3 rifles.
बहुत लंबे समय से चल रहे हुए एक ऑपरेशन का अंत आया और वो ऑपरेशन के तहत 3 आतंकवादी सुलेमान उर्फे फैजल जट, अफगान और जिब्रान, वो तीनों हमारी सुरक्षा बलों ने इनको मौत के घाट उतारा। मानवर सुलेमान ए श्रेणी का लश्कर तैयबा का कमांडर था। उसने पहलगाम हमले में उसकी ही राइफल से गोलियां चली थी। गगनगिर में भी उसकी राइफल से गोलियां चली थी और उसको हमारे सुरक्षा बलों ने कश्मीर छोड़कर पाकिस्तान भागने नहीं दिया। अफगान भी ए ग्रेड का लश्कर तैयबा का कमांडर था और जिब्रान भी उच्च आला दर्जे का लश्कर तैयबा का आतंकवादी था। मान्यवर, इससे स्पष्ट हो गया है कि ये आतंकवादी हमले में लश्कर तैयबा का हाथ था। इसके इशारे पर ही ये घटना हुई थी। और साहब देखिए, प्रधानमंत्री जी ने सेना को जो हुक्म दिया ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में, मैं बाद में बताऊंगा, उसने लश्कर तैयबा के हेडक्वार्टर को छिन्न विछिन्न कर दिया। इनको भेजने वाले भी मारे गए और जिन्होंने गोली चलाई थी वो भी मारे गए। एक प्रकार से ऑपरेशन महादेव और ऑपरेशन सिंदूर 2 इकट्ठा होता है तो दुनिया के सभी आतंकवादी हमलों में सबसे सटीक, सख्त और त्वरित जवाब माननीय प्रधानमंत्री के नेतृत्व में भारत के सुरक्षा बलों ने दिया। लश्कर तैयबा का आप सभी जानते हैं कि एक प्रतिबंधित संगठन है। कुछ ही समय के बाद इनके एक आउटफिट टीआरएफ ने जिम्मेदारी ली कि हमने ये निर्दोष नागरिकों को मौत के घाट उतारा है। मान्यवर, उसी दिन मैं वहां पहुंच गया था। सुरक्षा रिव्यू की मीटिंग हुई थी और सुरक्षा रिव्यू की मीटिंग में तय हुआ था कि आप जल्दी से जल्दी इनको पकड़िए, मगर उससे भी जल्दी ये लोग देश छोड़कर पाकिस्तान न भाग जाए इसकी चिंता करिए। इसलिए 100 दिन के बाद भी वो उपलब्ध मिले और मारे गए। मान्यवर, उनके पास से 3 राइफलें बरामद हुई। एक 19 M4 कार्बाइन अमेरिकन राइफल है और 2 AK-47 राइफल मिली। जिस दिन पहलगाम में घटना हुई, हमारे निर्दोष नागरिकों को मारा गया, उस दिन वहां से एनआईए ने खाली कारतूसों को कब्जे लिया था। इनके मारे जाने के पहले ही वो खाली कारतूसों का फॉरेंसिक साइंस लेबोरेटरी में एक प्रकार से इसकी जन्म कुंडली निकाली थी कि कौन सी राइफल से चले हैं। और जब ये मारे गए, इनके पास से भी जो राइफलें मिली, फॉरेंसिक साइंस लेबोरेटरी में चंडीगढ़ में रात को फॉरेंसिक टेस्टिंग कर 100% मिलान हुआ है कि इन्हीं 3 राइफलों का उपयोग किया गया था, जिसमें से 44 कारतूस AK-19 M4 के थे और 25 कारतूस AK-47 राइफल के थे। इसलिए अब कोई बहस भी नहीं बची है, कोई शको शुबह भी नहीं बचा है कि इन्होंने मारा था या नहीं था। एनआईए ने बहुत विगत जांच करी है मान्यवर, लगभग 1055 लोगों के स्टेटमेंट लिए हैं। इसके आधार पर इनके रेखाचित्र भी बनाए गए। उसके बाद ट्रैकिंग करते हुए 2 दिन जिन्होंने इनको आसरा दिया था, वो ढोंक के मालिकों को और उनकी वृद्ध माता को भी पूछताछ करी थी। ये जो मृतदेह मिले आतंकवादियों के, उसका परिचय, उसकी शिनाख्त ये तीनों लोगों ने कर ली है। ये तीनों लोगों ने कहा है कि यही आतंकवादी है जो 21 तारीख को हमारे ढोंक में रुके थे और हमसे खाना लेकर गए थे। तो एक और सबूत हमारे पास आ चुका है। चेहरे का मिलान भी कैमरे के माध्यम से बहुत अच्छे तरीके से संतोषजनक रीत से हुआ है। और ये जो असफल ऑपरेशन हुआ मान्यवर, इसलिए मैं सेना, सीआरपीएफ, जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस, एनआईए के अधिकारी और एफएसएल के विद्वान अधिकारियों को बहुत बहुत साधुवाद देना चाहता हूं। और ये जो ऑपरेशन चला मान्यवर, आईबी द्वारा 22 मई को, मतलब लगभग 1 माह बाद हमें सूचना मिल गई थी कि ये जगह पे टेररिस्ट लोकेट है। उसके बाद आईबी और मिलिट्री इंटेलिजेंस ने और शिनाख्त करी और लगभग 22 जुलाई को इनके लोरा सेट को ट्रैक करने का काम समाप्त हुआ। एग्जैक्ट पिन पॉइंटेड लोकेशन को आइडेंटिफाई किया गया और फिर एक मीटिंग 4 पैरा, सीआरपीएफ और जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस तीनों के अफसरों की हुई और स्ट्राइक किया गया। तीनों आतंकवादी मारे गए हैं। कोइंसिडेंट देखिए मान्यवर, देश भर से मुझे बहुत एसएमएस आए थे, विशेषकर जो मारे गए थे उनके परिजनों का, इनके सर में गोली मारिएगा, जब भी मारे तब। तीनों के एनकाउंटर के वक्त तीनों के सर में ही गोली लगा है मान्यवर। एक मान्यवर, आज ये मारे गए।
In an age of multi-domain warfare, where threats evolve faster than borders shift, India's national security architecture has demonstrated the strength of jointness and strategic foresight. Operation Sindoor, initiated on May 7, 2025, in the aftermath of the Pahalgam terror attack, which claimed the lives of 26 innocent civilians, showcased a calibrated price services response that embodied precision, professionalism, and purpose.
Multi-agency intelligence provided confirmation of 9 major camps that were eventually targeted in the operation. India's retaliatory action was based on meticulous planning and an intelligence-led approach, which ensured that the operations were conducted with minimal collateral damage. Operational ethics was central to the mission, and restraint was exercised to avoid civilian harm. In the aftermath of Operation Sindoor, Pakistan initiated a series of retaliatory drone and UCAV attacks targeting key Indian air bases and logistics infrastructure. These attempts, however, were effectively neutralized by India's comprehensive and multi-layered air defense architecture. Central to this success was the integrated command and control strategy, which facilitated real-time threat identification, assessment, and interception across multiple domains. In every single domain of Operation Sindoor, there was operational synergy between the forces and fully supported by the government, agencies, and departments. The operation unfolded across land, air, and sea, a seamless demonstration of synergy between Indian Army, Air Force, and Navy. The Indian Air Force played a crucial role in delivering precision strikes against terror infrastructure across Pakistan. It conducted high-impact air operations on targets such as Noor Khan Air Base and Rahimar Khan Air Base, with visual evidence of damage presented during official briefings. The Air Force's robust air defense environment proved pivotal in protecting Indian airspace during retaliatory drone and UAV attacks from across the border. The indigenously developed Akash surface-to-air missile system and legacy platforms like Pechora and OSA-AK were deployed effectively in a layered defense grid. The IF's integrated air command and control system enabled real-time coordination of air assets, allowing Indian forces to neutralize aerial threats efficiently and maintain net-centric operations throughout the conflict. Simultaneously, the Indian Army demonstrated its preparedness and effectiveness in both defensive and offensive roles. The Army's air defense units worked in tandem with the Air Force, deploying a wide array of systems ranging from shoulder-fired MANPADS and LLAD guns to long-range SAMs. These units were instrumental in countering waves of drones and loitering munitions launched by Pakistan. Despite Pakistan's unrelenting efforts to inflict damage, Indian forces succeeded in ensuring the security of both military and civilian infrastructure. The Indian Navy played a critical role in asserting maritime dominance during Operation Sindoor. Operating as a composite, networked force, the Navy deployed its carrier battle group, equipped with MiG-29K fighter jets and airborne early warning helicopters. This ensured persistent surveillance and real-time identification of threats across the maritime domain. The CBG maintained a powerful air defense shield that prevented hostile aerial incursions, especially from the Makran coast. The Navy's presence created a strong deterrent and effectively bottled up Pakistani air elements along their western seaboard, denying them any operational space. Naval pilots conducted round-the-clock sorties, further demonstrating India's readiness and strategic reach in the region. The Navy's ability to establish uncontested control over the seas also validated India's anti-missile and anti-aircraft defense capabilities in a complex threat environment. During Operation Sindoor, the Border Security Force, or BSF, also played a critical role in thwarting a major infiltration attempt along the international border in the Samba district of Jammu and Kashmir. BSF troops noticed suspicious movement in the early hours and swiftly responded, leading to a heavy exchange of fire. In the ensuing encounter, the BSF successfully neutralized at least 2 infiltrators and recovered arms, ammunition, and other warlike stores. The operation underscored the BSF's vigilance, operational preparedness, and its crucial role in maintaining border security during heightened tensions. Operation Sindoor was thus not just a tactical success, but a strategic statement. It demonstrated India's capacity for high-precision, coordinated military action across land, air, and sea. The operation was made possible by years of investment in defence preparedness and the unwavering policy and budgetary support from the Government of India. The message was clear. When appeals to reason and diplomacy are met with continued aggression, a decisive response is both justified and necessary. In sum, Operation Sindoor will be remembered as a defining moment in India's defence history, a symbol of military precision, inter-service cooperation and national resolve. It successfully eliminated terror threats, reaffirmed India's regional dominance, and sent a strong message that cross-border terrorism would be met with a calibrated yet firm response. India's ability to project strength across land, sea and air is no longer theoretical. It is structured, synchronized and deeply integrated. The nation's tri-services architecture now operates as a cohesive force. As modern threats blur traditional boundaries, this integrated posture ensures that whether confronting aggression on the high Himalayas, securing maritime frontiers or neutralizing aerial intrusions, India stands ready, resilient and united. The future of national security lies in jointness, and India is already charting that future with purpose and resolve.
Well, viewers, that's all we had for you in this edition. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Sunset TV. Goodbye for now from my side.
To watch more programs of Sunset TV, subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to like and share them.